some of his guest rappers overshadow him a little bit, like BJ the Chicago Kid and Ab Soul. And it's not necessarily because they're technically more proficient than he is, but, you know, he's just got that relaxed approach that isn't as ear-grabbing as somebody who is more urgent. I'm feeling a light to decent 8 on this thing. That quality that he has to bring a strong message to his music, even better. You know, he's evolved that. He's brought it to the next level. And yet he's done it by not being preachy, not beating listeners over the head with some kind of, you know, cause or very direct message. He's done it through allegory, anecdotes, a combination of fiction and nonfiction that if you listen to it hard enough to get the bigger picture, get the narrative, and just hear the story, it's most likely going to have a bigger impact on you. I'm pretty much feeling a light to decent 9 on this album. Kendrick is someone who I think signifies a new chapter and hopefully maybe a turn of the final page on the remnants of the bling era that have been holding on for dear life. I'm not trying to say every artist should try to make this record. I mean, you know, you only get so many Kendrick Lamars, so be happy with the ones that you get. But it's albums like this that people use as benchmarks in musical history, and it just happens to be fantastically enjoyable as well. I'm feeling a Come in. 10 on this record. Some good writing, some great concepts, which are pretty fleshed out when the songs actually, you know, sort of push past that 2-minute mark. It seems even when Kendrick is coming through with something that isn't his best, it's still pretty great. Kind of feeling a decent to strong 8 on this thing. I don't think this album is a total mess, and I think it's far from being worthless. And I wouldn't say the album has no meaning either. I think what the album means is very much up to the listener, I'll say again. And I don't think we've ever heard Kendrick's dark side like we have on this album right here before. But I have heard Kendrick release better projects than this. At least 3 of them, I would say. And that's pretty much what leads me to say that I'm feeling a decent to strong 7 on this record. You may be surprised to hear that, honestly, I enjoy Damn even less than the day when I originally reviewed it. The tracks on this thing that I originally liked the most, the standout ones that really hit hard or are super catchy like Humble or the track DNA, I actually even find myself going back to these songs less and less and less. Meanwhile, Untitled, Unmastered, and Good Kid, Mad City, and TPAB, when I want to listen to Kendrick, stay in relatively heavy rotation. For the best things that this project probably has going for it, the production and the features, many of which are very interesting, very exciting, some of which give very compelling performances, introspective ones even, like on the song Seasons, and I'll leave it at that. I'm feeling a light to decent 6 on this. You're getting 2 different people or 2 different versions of him on this project a little bit, but keep in mind, like, these 2 different versions are the same person. You know, it's one version staring into a mirror and seeing the other one back in a way, and what you're seeing in the mirror, some things have changed, some things are different, some things are kind of the same, but regardless, even though you have made changes in your life, especially for the positive, that doesn't mean that you're a different person. You're still that same person. That reflection, that image is still you. And I would like to think that's at least one of the possibly many takeaways from doing, you know, the trackless mirror style in the way that Kendrick does. And I would like to say overall, I loved this project and I thought it was a great experience, and I really enjoyed it. I'm feeling a light 8 on this one.